Do you want to build your personal brand, enhance your glamour, increase your popularity, and become more famous? Get Found Fast for the Glamorous teaches you how with your hosts Chelsea Benham and Keith Keller. Hi, welcome to this edition of Get Found Fast for the Glamorous, where you learn how to build your personal brand, enhance your glamour, increase your popularity, and become more famous using the internet marketing tips, tricks, and secrets we teach you. I'm your co-host, Chelsea Benham, and I hail from the great state of Texas.
And I'm your co-host, Keith Keller, calling in from Melbourne, Australia, with that really funny voice. It's winter here and it's really cold. And today we're going to be talking about WordPress.com versus WordPress.org. How do they differ? And it's a big story. I'm really excited to be chatting about this one today because in the last episode we talked about the 4 major types of blogs. And if you haven't heard that particular episode, go back and view that first because that was excellent. So how are you, Chelsea?
I am doing very well, Keith. It is winter there, but it is the heat of summer here in Texas right now. Up at about 100 and something degrees.
We're worlds apart. That's why they call us down under, because we are upside down. Everything is different here.
Well, it sounds lovely in this heat right now.
So tell us a little bit about WordPress.com and WordPress.org. How do they differ? And what are we going to chat about today?
Oh, well, that's a good question. We are going to be talking about both, WordPress.com and .org. The two are not the same. And like you mentioned before in our multi-part tutorial on blogging, we talked about the differences of these different platforms. Well, .com is the format or platform we're going to really be discussing, although I'll be sharing the differences between WordPress.com and WordPress.org.
Great. And just to let people know who's using WordPress, because it is really one of the key sites for blogging. Rolling Stones, lifeandtimes.com, Kim Kardashian, Kobe Bryant, Stephen Fry, Jane Fonda, Sylvester Stallone, Russell Brand, and Katy Perry all have blogs using WordPress. And it's such a wonderful site. It's just such a wonderful site that we've really got to pull this apart today. And I really want to get my head around this idea of how the .com, which is the free version, differs from the .org, which is all the bells and whistles version. So where do we begin? You start the process off, Chelsea, and tell us how they differ and how people can get their head around these two different platforms.
Immediately, I would say that WordPress.com is the best solution for someone who's starting out. As we have said before, WordPress comes in 2 varieties, and WordPress.com offers free cloud hosting on their site. And that's the first thing that's important to understand between the two, that they're going to host the content on their servers. WordPress.org is a self-hosted option that you can download the CMS or Content Management System, a system used to manage the content of a website. But both run the same program and have the same basic features, but each has distinct advantages and disadvantages, and choosing what option is right for you is a matter of mapping out the needs of your site and your goals and what you want to be doing and where you want to take that for the future. The most important point is whichever option you do go for now, you don't have to worry about it being your final decision, because you can build a site on WordPress.com and then migrate that over to the self-hosted solution later, and vice versa. It doesn't mean that you're restricted or you're stuck once you make the decision.
That's a very key point. I'm really glad you mentioned that, because one of the things about all of this material is that, what if I make a mistake? If you decide that you really want to go with WordPress, you can start with one and swap down the line, and that's a really comfortable position to come from.